think we're live. Let's see. This is my first time going live on 3 platforms. Okay, where's my other screen? Let me see. Let me see if it works. Let me see if it works. Okay. I see Instagram. I think I see YouTube. Okay. All right. Perfect. 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 Welcome to my supposed to be Tuesday night live, okay? But it seems like every Tuesday night that I try to go live, it just don't work, okay? But I am popping in very quickly because I realize I have not been keeping you guys up to date with everything that's going on. I may answer a few questions because I know y'all love me answering questions. But yeah, so I need to do some updates. I'm supposed to be packing right now for LA. I have not packed nothing. Okay. I have not packed a thing, and it's 8 o'clock here in Houston. So I said I will tune in really quickly, give you guys the updates, answer some questions, and then I'm going to go pack my suitcase because my flight leaves very early in the morning. If you guys don't know, I am headed to LA. We have Heart Talks LA this Saturday. All right. The website should still be up if you want to get tickets. So if you want to get tickets, head over to hearttalkstour.com and get your tickets for our LA stop. So we're going to be in LA. Well, I'll be there tomorrow, but tomorrow I'm going to try to work in some self-care tomorrow. That's what I'm going to try to work in. And then we have the show is going to be Saturday night. So if you're in California, somewhere close, all right, feel free to stop by. We would love to see you. It's going to be so fun. What I love about LA, I always say LA is the questions that I get in LA. They're very like raw. They're very like just strip me naked, right? So I love having those It's another level of transparency in LA that I just love, and the people are hungry for the interaction, for the conversation. So I know our LA show is going to be amazing. Atlanta was fun. I hate you missed it. Atlanta. I love Atlanta. Okay, we'll be back in Atlanta soon, but I love Atlanta. I don't think. Let me see. Oh, okay. So we have well, technically 3 more shows. We have LA, we have Miami, and we have New York. So New York is my birthday show. Okay, so if you want to spend my birthday with me, then come to the New York show. Okay. Last year, New York was probably our most just incredible crowd. Okay, so I said this year I'm going to do my birthday show in New York. Okay, so we'll be in New York in August 23rd. So those are the last few shows, you guys. All right, we won't have as of right now. There aren't any more Heart Talks scheduled for 2025. I am speaking at other events. Okay, so if you want to see me at somebody else's event, then you can click the link on my pin post. My pin post has the other events that I'll be at. I know I'm in New Orleans in September. I'm in Arizona in August. I'm in Orlando in July, right? So if you're in any of those other areas, you can meet me there. Otherwise, okay, you gotta get to one of the shows. See you soon in LA. Yes. I'm supposed to be packing right now. And I'm gonna go pack, I promise you. My best friend always says, why do you wait till the last minute? I don't do it on purpose. It's just so much to get done before I leave. So I'm excited. But I wanted you guys to know that next week in my program, The Daily Fix, we are having, okay, August, okay, birthday. Okay, focus. Next week in The Daily Fix, my morning meetup program, we are having a men's week. Okay, so I wanted to make sure that I let you guys know about Men's Week because Men's Week is basically, in the Daily Fix, I'm always speaking, right? I'm always talking about different things related to mental and emotional wellness. But this week, we are talking all about issues related to men. So I want you guys to give them this code because they can scan this code and they get to join the Daily Fix for free for that week. There's no charge. The goal is to really speak to the issues related to men by men. So I've brought in some of my favorite therapists into the Daily Fix that week because I want them to be able to hear, I always say, new perspectives for some old problems, right? and most importantly, giving them tools that they need to grow and evolve and level up. So if you have a cousin, an uncle, a brother, a spouse, a husband, a sometimes boyfriend, send them the link to the Daily Fix. Okay, Anthony will be there. Very good. I'm in Houston all the time. I'm from Houston. In Houston all the time. We just did our Houston show. But yeah, so the men's week will be next week, all next week. You can join for free. We want you guys to come in. And like I said, well, y'all know my content by now. The goal of the Daily Fix is transformation. So that means that the conversations are going to be very deep. They're going to put something on your mind to think about. But most importantly, they're going to give you tools. All right. So if you have a man in your life that you love, get them in the men's week. Okay. Get them in men's week. Outside of that, let's see. I got men's week. We got LA. I'm coming to LA this weekend. We got Miami. I'm going through all my announcements, y'all. Okay. You got to see me at my spot in Houston. Oh, perfect. Oh, Carletta, hey girl. I love girl, yeah, you gotta come. You gotta come. The show is so much different from when you came. Carletta came when we were just starting. Okay, before the show was even called Heart Talks. Carletta was in the building. Okay, so you gotta see it now. We've got all the bells and whistles on it now. Oh, okay. Other than the men's week, other than Heart Talks, we have help my brain. Let's see. Y'all. This is the From the Heart journal. And so far, the only people who've been able to get a copy of the journal is the people who come to the shows, because I created it for people who were leaving Heart Talks and they were like, okay, what do I do now? What do I do now? And I created the journal because it's all self-guided prompts. So questions that you would normally ask me, I put them in the journal. And these are all journal prompts that I've had to ask myself over the years as I've been doing my own mental and emotional work, right? The From the Heart journal has over 200 prompts in it. So if you right now are working on yourself, trying to get your life together, but you don't know what questions to ask to get the right, the transformation that you're looking for, that's what this journal is for. All right. Now, this journal can be found at the Heart Talks Tour website. So go to hearttalkstour.com and click on merch, and you'll be able to get this journal. But I created this journal for the people who were coming to the tour. Now that we only have 3 stops left, okay, we got LA this weekend. Yes, you can still get a ticket for LA. LA this weekend. We have Miami August 9th, and we have New York August 23rd. Those are the last. Those are the last ones, right? But go to the website if you want to get the tours, but also if you want to get the journal. So since we have three stops left, I said let me go ahead and give it to the rest of the public. So if you guys want to get your journal, you can get it. So that's what I have. All right. Before I get up out of here, okay, because I need to pack. Can you pin the link? That's a great question. Can I pin the link? That's a wonderful question. Let me, let me see if I know how to pin the link. I'm going to try it. Yep. Just pinned it. Okay. All right. Where we at? I want to answer a question. So somebody, the first question that I see in the chat, whether it's on YouTube, I think I'm live on 3 platforms right now. I'm not sure. I think so. Am I live on YouTube? Yeah, I think I'm live on YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. I'm not live on Pinterest. Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Not being live on Pinterest. Okay. All right. So I'll answer a question. Who has the first question of the night? The first question of the night. I will be in New Orleans. It's just New Orleans is not my event. It's hosted by another another. It's a private event, so you can come to the New Orleans show. Click the link. There's a pinned post that has all of the dates that I'm speaking, and it'll show you where to go to get tickets for New Orleans, and I'll post it. Or you can just email me, info@brittanynoel.com, and my team will send you the registration link for the New Orleans event. New Orleans will look the New Orleans event will look a lot like a Heart Talk show, but it's not my show, but it will have the Q&A component that everybody loves in there, for sure. Are we going to have any more meet and greet tickets for you, New York? You know what? My team called me that this morning. I didn't know that New York had already sold out of meet and greet. Um, the answer is yes, Miss Winter. The answer is yes, because New York, I love New York. I knew New York was gonna. New York is another venue that's gonna sell out. So if you want to go to New York, don't wait to get your tickets. The VIP already sold out. We will add more VIP spots. Just give us about a week to get it all worked out. But we will add more VIP tickets for the meet and greet for sure. Okay, all right. Let's see. I saw three questions. How do you know? How do you love without expectations? Very good question, Miss Marilyn. Let's start there. So, how do you love without expectations? The goal is to be an authentic love relationship, one that's not based on conditions, because an expectation is a condition, right? I expect you to do or be these things in order for me to love you or in order for us to be in a loving connection, right? So, the expectation is I expect, right? So, I expect you to come home on time. I expect you to pick up the kids. I expect you. So that's what expectations are when we talk about loving with expectations. So when we talk about how to love with expectations, what people get confused is that it's possible to love without expectations. It's not possible to be in relationship without expectations. And those are two different things. Those are two different experiences. I can love you without expectations means I am choosing to love you as you are with all of your flaws, with all of your quirks. And to love you, you don't have to live up to my expectations to love you. But to be in relationship with you, there are certain relationships that come with expectations, right? If we're saying that we're going to be in a monogamous relationship, then one of the expectations is we don't cheat on each other, right? If I'm saying that we're going to be, together, the expectation is loyalty or honesty, right? So I can have standards in a relationship with someone that I love. And what people get mixed up is that they think that the love and the relationship are the same thing, and they're not. I can love you and not be in relationship with you because you're unable to fulfill the needs of the relationship. So, in order to love successfully without expectations, it's releasing what I expect the person to be. In order to truly love someone unconditionally, it means I love them as they are. I'm not putting, you need to get a better job for me to love you. You need to make more money for me to love you. You need to, take me on dates for me to love you. Because those are the expectations of the relationship. But I can say who you are as a person is someone that I love or I don't love, right? So in order to love someone without expectations, it's simply saying without if they never changed anything about who they are, could you still love them? Now you can change that question and say, if they never changed anything, could you still be in relationship with them? Two different questions, two different answers. Does that make sense? Okay. All right, all right, all right. Very good. Hey, Brighter Than Sunshine. Hey, girl. It has been a while. I have not been going live, and I apologize for that. I do apologize for that because I said I was going to be better about that this year. But the tour gave me a lot of unexpected things to do. I knew it was going to be make me busy, but I didn't anticipate how busy I would be with the tour. So I do apologize for that. Okay. She says, I got my LA ticket a long time ago. If you look at the ticket, it'll tell you if you're general admission or VIP. Very good. Again, I do not do one-on-one sessions. I only do group sessions in the Daily Fix. If you're wanting to work with me in any capacity, the Daily Fix is where you want to be. You can check it out by going to thedailyfix.co. All right. The Daily Fix is basically my morning meetup program where every morning I'm on live and we're talking about different things related to mental health, wellness, emotional growth. I have covered we're in year three. We're in year three of the Daily Fix. So at this point, I've covered a lot. So when you join the Daily Fix, you get access to all of my previous sessions where I've talked about boundaries, relationships, how to get out of unhealthy relationships, how do I break up successfully, how do I detach from people emotionally, how do I know what my attachment style is. We've talked about money, right? Abundance blocks. How do I prepare myself? How do I upgrade my identity? All of that is in the Daily Fix. So when you join, you get access to all of those sessions, and then you get to meet with me every morning. And every Friday in the Daily Fix, we do our live question and answer. So if you really want to do some work, join the Daily Fix. Go to thedailyfix.co. Yes, TDF, Miss Kelly. Okay, we are deep. Okay, the Daily Fix is a worldwide group. I'm so proud of them. Okay, thedailyfix.co, not com. Thedailyfix.co, co. And next week is our men's week in the Daily Fix. So, men, I want you to scan that QR code and y'all can join the Daily Fix for free next week. You're going to be able to we're having only conversations related to the mental and emotional development of men. And the best thing about this is that men are the ones leading the conversations next week. I'm just, being nosy and tuning in. But it's going to be an amazing session. Every time we do our men's week, things happen. That's all I say. Things happen. All right. So if you have a cousin, a brother, a son, a nephew, a father, a co-worker, okay, an ex, a spouse, somebody that you know would benefit from being in the Daily Fix, make sure that you send them that code so that they can be a part of the conversations and get what they need for sure. Okay. Are there any plans to come to Tampa? Eventually, I just don't know when. Eventually, I just don't know when. Okay. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to take another question and then I'm going to go pack. Yeah. And then I'm going to go pack my clothes. Cape Town is waiting. I can't wait to go to Cape Town. Okay. I can't wait to go to Cape Town. I want to listen. Just stay tuned. Just stay tuned. I promise. Just stay tuned. Okay, next question. I see the question that I see is um, what are some tips to stop thinking about a male colleague as a potential partner? Mm, So I don't have all the information, right, to answer that question to the best of my ability. But I do know that if this is a male colleague that I'm attracted to, um, it's probably more of you creating fantasies of what could or couldn't be with this male partner, right? Unless they've given you a clear indication that they're into you and that they would like to pursue you in a romantic way, any feelings that you have towards them is really just more of you creating a fantasy of who this person is and what could possibly be with them, right? If you want to stop doing it, number one, you have to stop entertaining the fantasy. Call it what it actually is, right? So it's not even that, because sometimes it's not even that you're attracted to the person. Okay, we're not gonna go down that road tonight. But sometimes you're not even so much attracted to the person as you are attracted to wanting to be in connection with someone, right? When I'm daydreaming about someone that I'm not in a relationship with, that I don't have any type of history with, most times I have an emotional need that I have not gotten met. And one of the reasons why, because fun fact, most affairs happen in the workplace. The reason why they happen in the workplace is because every day I'm going into work and I'm taking all of my unmet needs. I'm taking all of my frustration with my current relationship. I'm taking all of my loneliness. I'm taking all of my emotions into work with me every day. And then you have coworkers who you create some type of bond with every day that make that need feel better, right? So now if I have a need to be in a relationship, or if I have a need to be connected, and I have this coworker who's really nice and he's funny, he has a nice smile, I will naturally gravitate towards what could possibly happen between me and this coworker. Not that we're compatible, not that we have things in common, but because there is a person here available to meet my need, right? And so what you have to call a thing what it is, right? What you gotta say, call a thing a thing. My attraction to this person is more about an unmet need, less about who they actually are, right? Um, when I say stop entertaining, because sometimes it's involuntary, you don't always make it happen. But when I say stop entertaining the fantasy, the minute you catch yourself fantasizing about it, redirect your thoughts, right? Ground yourself in reality and get out of that fantasy world, right? Ground yourself in reality through music, through something that you're watching, sensations, however you physically ground yourself. But ground yourself in reality, because your brain just went into an alternative universe and we want to bring it back. You could do that through affirmations, right? But allow yourself to be grounded in reality. But you won't, because if it wasn't that coworker, it would just be somebody else. So you won't stop this pattern, because the pattern isn't with you. You won't stop the pattern until you actually fix the issue. What is the need? What is the vacancy that I have that my brain is trying to find solutions for? That's where the fantasies come in. My brain is actively working to try to get a need met, even if the need is subconscious. Even if I haven't recognized that it's a need for me, my brain is like, she needs this, she needs, and it's searching. It's all, our brain is always searching for ways to make us safe and ways to meet our needs. So even if you haven't acknowledged it, sit down with yourself and say, what is the need that I have that my brain is actively working to try to feel, right? If most times it's probably intimacy, it's probably a sense of loneliness, it's probably wanting to be seen by someone, it's probably wanting affection, right? But be real and honest with yourself about what is the need that I have, because that's what my brain is trying to do in this whole coworker situation. I promise you, most times you don't even like them like that. I promise you, most times you don't even like them like that. Okay, you just got a need that has gone unmet for so long. All right, okay, you gonna see me in August? I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. Yes, we're asking a few questions because I'm supposed to be packing my clothes for LA tonight. But I said I wanted to log in and let you guys know about the Men's Week happening in the Daily Fix, and about the journal that I ain't told nobody about, okay? Because I wanted to make sure that we had enough for the tour. So we have enough for the tour now. So I said, let me go ahead and release it to the public. But the From the Heart journal is 200 prompts, y'all. Ooh, I'm gonna give y'all one. How about that? Before I get off tonight, I'm gonna give y'all one of the prompts from the journal to answer in your own journaling. I love that. You see how I just think of random stuff? But yeah, the journal is triggering. That's the best way I can say it. But I designed it to be that way because I'm someone who I don't like surface level self help, right? So most self help that you can Google or get out of, Chat GPT at this point, it doesn't go deep enough for me. So when I created From the Heart, I purposely said, I'm going to create something that goes deeper than surface level, right? And so I went through my own journals and I found prompts that I had to ask myself over the years. So a lot of the questions in here are questions that I took out of my own journals, so that you guys can actually do the work with you, right? So it's a great tool. We've gotten great feedback on it. I get pictures all the time of people saying that they just open it and just start crying, which is good. Which is good, okay? And you can get the journal from hearttalkstour.com, and my team will ship it to you expeditiously. All right, you from California? I'm gonna be in California tomorrow. All right. Um, she said I saw him the last time and thought he ain't that cute. I told you don't really like him. That is hilarious. Okay. 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 I'm gonna answer another question before I get out of here. Let's see. The journal is $80 on the website. Oh, and I have the verbal affirmations as well. So if you want to get the affirmations that I recorded, You can get those as well. Okay. Hey, Jerica. Okay. Struggling with grief. Lost my mom recently. What are some tips on grieving in your body? I'm still on fight or flight. You're going to be on fight or flight for a while. Okay. First of all, my condolences, right, for losing your mom. I think that the issue with grief, right, is that grief is not an emotion that you can put on a timetable, right? And the hardest thing about grief is that even while you're grieving, the rest of the world just keeps moving. Like that's the hardest part about grief is like your world has just crumbled, right? You're emotionally fragile, and you got to go through the drive-through, and Chick-fil-A workers is happy, and how can I serve you, right? Right? And so your emotional world is chaotic, it's disorganized, it's disheveled, you're vulnerable, and the world just keeps moving. That's what makes grief hard, is because I have to keep moving, I have to keep showing up, I have to keep parenting. There's other people that I have to tend to. And so your body is in fight or flight because there's been an emotional disruption that it has to adjust to. And unfortunately, you will stay in fight or flight for a very long time. Think of grief, especially if it came out of nowhere. Sometimes you can guard yourself better if it was anticipated, right? So if I have a loved one that I anticipate is going to pass away versus it just coming out of nowhere, your body goes into shock. Your body physically goes into shock. And there's a lot of stuff that happens that we just don't control. So most times your body is in shock, and it can be months, it can be years before you get your body back to normal. There's two things you're working on. One is the mental and emotional effect of the grief, and then two is the physical effect of grief. With the physical effect of grief, you want to do a lot of things with your body that require movement or stillness, depending on your personality type. With movement, I'm trying to move through my grief. Now, movement works well for people who have a hard time expressing their emotions. And so you use movement as a way to help me push my emotions to the surface. So I do that, right? When I have a hard emotion that I can't get to come up, like if I know I need to cry, but I can't cry, I will go to the gym and work out real hard, right? I think that's my DoorDash. Hold on. Okay. So yes, so you have to work on regulating your body, and you're going to work on regulating your body um, daily, right? So grounding my body every day, and you use active exercises if you're trying to push an emotion out, and you use stillness when you're trying to connect with emotions, right? So stillness allows me to observe my emotions as they are on the surface, right? So sitting still, think of sitting still as me having a conversation with grief. I'm having a conversation with anger. I'm having a conversation with the part of me that doesn't want to accept it, right? So each skill serves a different purpose. So with the physical side of grief, you're picking either activity or stillness, and both, right? Depending on the day. You may need to decide which one you need that day. And then the emotional side of grief is learning how to live with my grief, right? Grief is going to be with you till the day you die, right? Grief is not an emotion that just goes away because my love for the person never goes away. So that means that I have to now learn how to create a healthy relationship with my grief. Meaning, I'm no longer despising my grief. I'm no longer running away from my grief. I'm no longer denying my grief. But now I'm creating space in my life for grief to be present and for me to accept that grief is present, right? Accepting that grief is present looks like being able to feel the sadness, to feel the loss, to feel the grief, and then find gratitude. Being able to feel what I lost, be able to feel what's not working, be able to feel what hurts me, and then still find some silver lining, right? So anytime you have to deal with grief, it's never a short process, right? What I would tell you at this point is focus less on finding solutions and focus more on being in my body, asking myself what it is that I need, asking myself what do I need to feel safe, what do I need to feel strong, what do I need to get through this next moment. Sometimes it's moment by moment. What do I need to get through the next 30 minutes, right? And over time, you will learn ways to create more space, more capacity in your life to live with your grief instead of running away from it. Okay. Very good. Very good. All right, y'all. I'm about to get out of here so I can pack my suitcase because we are in LA tomorrow with Heart Talks. If you want to come to the Heart Talks in LA, we still have seats. Uh, New York, well, Miami is first. So we have LA this weekend, Miami August 9th, and then New York August 23rd. And literally today, my team told me that VIP has sold out for New York. So we will be looking at adding more VIP um, for the show. Okay. That's what I got. And then remember, next week is our Men's Week in the Daily Fix. So if you have a man in your life that you know is working on himself and he needs some tools, he needs some resources, send him over to the Daily Fix. Have him scan that QR code that's in the top right of the screen. Top top right of the screen. Top right of the screen, y'all. And then I will see you guys this weekend in LA. I will see you guys next week in the Daily Fix. I want y'all to have an amazing night. Do something that makes you feel loved. Okay. Do something that feels good to you. To all my TDF family, I will see y'all soon. Okay. TDF gets access to me every day. All right. If you want to upgrade to VIP for New York, well, right now it's not open. But send an email to info@hearttalkstour.com next week, and it should be open by next week. Um, yeah, send the email over there. All right, y'all. Top left, wherever it is. Look, top left. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, I said I was going to give you. See, y'all are so good. Okay, I'm just going to open up the journal randomly. Okay. So I opened up to the gratitude section of the journal. All right, y'all. I'm gonna see. I was supposed to get off, and now I'm gonna go deep. Okay. Okay. So there's two, but I'm gonna read the one that I like the most. Um, yeah. So here's the journal prompt that I opened up to. It's on page 213. If you already have the journal, the prompt is: how can I slow down and savor the little things in life that make my heart feel full? Okay. So the purpose of this journal prompt is to teach you the art of appreciation. This journal prompt will be hard for people who are shifting out of survival mode, right? Um, when you're in survival mode, you don't realize how fast paced your life is, and you don't realize how you purposely keep your life busy. So most people healing from trauma, most of their trauma responses are, if I stay busy, then I don't have to feel anything. So, one of the most liberating things that you will do in your healing journey is learn how to actually slow down to where life is not just passing you by, right? So, slowing down is a art, is a practice that you will learn when one, you feel safe and you don't, you no longer feel the need to emotionally escape from how you feel or run away from your reality, right? So when we talk about how can I slow down and savor the little things in life that makes my heart feel full, this is how you're creating a life that feels joyful even when big things aren't happening. So most people feel happy when big things happen. I got the promotion, I got a new job, we had a baby, and so when big things happen, I feel happy. But what happens when life is just regular and there aren't any big things happening, right? How do I find joy in my life when there aren't any extravagant things going on? You become powerful when you can generate your own joy and your own peace and your own happiness, because now I don't need things outside of me to make me feel happy. So this journal prompt, again, it's in the art of appreciation, the joy and gratitude section of the journal. How can I slow down and savor the little things in life that make my heart feel full? It's on page 213 of the journal. Listen, I am so proud of this journal. Okay, I'm so proud of it. Um, all right, all right. I think I'm gonna give y'all one more. If y'all want one more in the chat, say one more. All right, this one is on page 137. This is the love and trust part of the journal for relationships and connections. The prompt is, whew, how can I tell when a relationship is really worth my time and energy? What do I look for? How can I tell when a relationship is really worth my time and energy? What do I look for? How do I know when someone is worth my investment? How do I know when a relationship is really worth my time and my energy? What do I look for? This journal prompt is going to help you get clear on what you value in a relationship, not what you want. Okay? It's not about what I want or what makes me feel good. What do I value? So this helps you take away the guess. One, it's going to help you start to notice when people are not for you very quickly. When I'm clear about what I need to make an investment in a relationship, it's easy for me to find the people who are not it, right? So how can I tell when a relationship is really worth my time and energy? How do I know when somebody's worth my investment? All right, that was page 137 in the journal for everybody who already has it. I want y'all to enjoy this journal, okay? And enjoy the and yes, a lot of people have told me that they cry when they journal it. Yes, I made it that way. But the tears aren't all sad tears, right? I think many of my own journal prompts have made me emotional, not always because it was a sad thing I was journaling, but sometimes I'm journaling just feeling the freedom that comes with the new realization, or even just being honest with myself, right? Because I think what I love most about journaling is that when I'm just going about my life, it's easy for me to create stories that aren't real. It's easy for me to come up with quick solutions that aren't based on honesty. They're based on trying to protect my ego, based on trying to shield me from hurt, right? And so through journaling is where you get to be honest with you about where you are, about how you feel, about what you want. And so the emotions that come with that honesty, sometimes it's overwhelming, right? Because you'll realize I've been living a lie for a minute. I haven't been honest with myself or other people, right? So the journal is at hearttalkstour.com. All right. I encourage you guys to go get it. Let me know how you like it. All right. I love seeing the pictures of people when they send me their stuff. But yeah, it's a tool. It's a tool for you to use to get honest with yourself in this season. All right. I gotta go pack my suitcase. I gotta eat some food, and I gotta go to sleep, y'all. We will be in LA tomorrow. I can't wait to see everybody coming to the show in LA. If you can't make it to LA, I'll see you in Miami on August 9th. Or I'll see you in New York on August 23rd. Or I'll see you at one of these other speaking events, okay? Or I'll see you in the Daily Fix. I'm going to see you somewhere, is the point I'm trying to make, all right? So, y'all have an amazing night.